Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready to dive deep with us again?
Always ready. What classic are we dissecting today?
Oh, we're going full 80s today,
Yeah.
and I bet you know this one. Get those air drums ready because we're taking a closer look at Billy Joel's Uptown Girl.
Ooh, good choice.
I know, right? I mean, who doesn't love belting out that chorus?
Definitely a classic. But there's more to this one than meets the eye, isn't there?
Exactly. We're going to dig beneath that catchy melody and see what Uptown Girl tells us about class, dreams, love, the whole shebang.
Sounds fascinating. Uptown Girl. It's kind of like a, I don't know, a musical Trojan horse. Seems like a fun, lighthearted tune, but then bam, you find all this social commentary and deeper meaning hidden in the lyrics.
Totally. Right from the first verse, it's clear that we're dealing with two very different worlds colliding.
Hmm.
You've got, on one hand, this uptown girl living in her white bread world.
And on the other, our downtown guy singing about backstreets and trying to make it. Just that contrast alone, it speaks volumes, doesn't it?
For sure. Like, you can practically hear the tension, right? The divide between these two social classes. And in a way, I think it captures a very specific moment in time, too. Like, early 80s America, the whole Wall Street boom, materialism running rampant.
Absolutely. You had this explosion of wealth and luxury, and then, you had working class guys trying to keep their heads above water. And in the song, the Uptown Girl, with her high class toys and all those presents from Uptown boys, she almost becomes this like symbol of this unattainable lifestyle.
Yeah, I see that. She represents everything he wants, but feels is out of reach. It's like classic yearning for what you can't have, right? But then things get interesting. The lyrics take a turn, and we find out she's looking for a downtown man. What do you make of that?
Oh, that's the twist. That's where the power dynamic gets flipped on its head. I mean, maybe she's tired of that superficial uptown world. Maybe she's actually looking for something, well, more genuine.
Right. Maybe she wants something real, someone who isn't all about the glitz and glamour. Makes you wonder if Billy Joel was hinting at, this idea that even the privileged crave authenticity.
I think so. And it begs the question, what did authenticity even mean back then? Was it about rejecting the corporate world? Or was there a deeper longing for connection, for something less, I don't know, less plastic?
Right. And then there's our downtown guy, so hopeful, so determined. He's convinced that someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand him. It's almost like a Cinderella story, but with an 80s twist.
It is, isn't it? It makes you think, is this true love conquering all odds? Or is it, a romanticized version of, I don't know, social climbing? Like, is love really enough to bridge this massive class divide? Or are we just seeing a power imbalance at play?
So many questions. And I think that's what makes this song so fascinating to dissect.
Oh.
Because on the surface, it's a catchy, upbeat tune. But underneath, there's this tension, this exploration of some pretty complex themes.
Yeah, for sure. And we can't forget about the music itself. I mean, that chorus, Uptown Girl, pure earworm.
Oh, absolutely. Gets stuck in your head for days.
Yeah.
But it's more than just catchy, isn't it?
It is, that repetition, that constant Uptown Girl. It's almost like hypnotic.
Yeah.
It reinforces this idea of her being this object of desire, this unattainable dream. And the music itself has this 60s Motown girl group vibe. It's so deliberate.
Oh, totally. It's like he's not just longing for a person, but for a whole era. Maybe a simpler time when, I don't know, love seemed less complicated.
Exactly. It's this fascinating blend of nostalgia and aspiration all rolled into one song.
Yeah.
But it also makes you think about, well, the male gaze, right? Like, is the Uptown Girl actually a fully developed character? Or is she more of a symbol of what the downtown guy wants? A trophy, almost.
Wow, we've covered so much ground. From class divides and the search for authenticity to the power dynamics of love and even a little bit of musical history. Who knew Uptown Girl could be so deep?
It really is layered. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious, do you think ultimately Uptown Girl celebrates love's ability to break down barriers, or does it romanticize a potentially unhealthy dynamic?
Great question. And you know what's even crazier? How these themes still resonate with us today, decades later. So I want to leave you all with that same question. What stands out to you about Uptown Girl after peeling back these layers?